Good morning. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Stand-Up. Today's topic, the culture of decision making that you've created in your organization with your team. Sound like an interesting topic? I think it is because I'm working with some clients with it. I'm Gary Slyman. I'm an executive coach and I work with leaders like you to help make you more effective. Our goal here today is 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start, and on top of that, maybe give you something to hopefully make you a more effective leader. So let's dig in. The culture that you've created within your team as far as decision making. What's that culture like? What are the team norms so you can make the best decision possible? Let me give you an example. And I'm talking about operationally day in and day out. As leaders, you make decisions all the time. We make decisions. Hey, we need to get this done. So what's the culture so you make the most effective decisions and you get the information you need? I'm going to give you an example. Listen to these two statements. Suppose I'm a leader of an organization and I come into my group Monday morning stand-up. And I say, okay, folks, busy week this week. Monday morning, we got some quotas. It's an aggressive week. It's going to be tough to do, but I know we can do it. We've put a good plan in place. We have a good plan in place, and let's work hard so we can celebrate on Friday. Let me know if anything comes up. Have I intentionally or unintentionally thrown up some barriers to communication with me to help modify my decision? I think I have. Now let me give you a second example. Same leader, same approach. Listen to what I have to say. Hey folks, busy week this week. We have an aggressive week. We have some quotas we need to make by Friday, and it's going to be really challenging. What we're going to do is we're going to meet at the end of every day, 4 o'clock, evaluate the plan. I think we have a good plan in place, but I want to make sure it's good. We're going to meet at 4, evaluate how it's going, change as we need to, and I need the right input from you all. Is that different? Have I possibly knocked down some barriers? Individuals in an organization, many times, once a decision is made, it's very stressful. It can be very stressful for them to come forward unless the leader has reduced that level of stress. Here's my approach that I think to reduce the level of stress. 1, I need to know who I need input from. I need input from the right individuals. I need to reduce the level of stress from the right individuals. Okay, so that right there, that's number 1. Reduce the level of stress. All right. So after you think about, okay, I'm going to reduce the level of stress for them. The other point is I need to be willing to modify the plan. If I'm not willing to modify the plan, I go listen all I want, but that doesn't amount to hill beans. Right? So I need to be willing to modify the plan. And here's another way to think about it. On the second statement, I said, hey, we're going to come together at this time and we're going to evaluate. Think about pushing pause. That you're intentionally going to push pause and come together and discuss, do we need to make a change? At this point, we're going to make a change. That is one way that folks can work hard, not stress about what's going on. No, I'm going to have time to give input here. I've worked with some folks that do agile programming. It's called agile program management. They work in sprints, 2 weeks. At the end, they come together. This is where we are. How are we doing? What do we need to change? Input from everybody, and then they make the plan and they move forward. And they know at 2 weeks, I'm going to be able to come together and say, hey, I'm having some challenges here. Here's what's going on. I'm going to be able to have some input. Absolutely remove stress. So let me give you an example of the client that this came to me with and that got me down this road. This individual is responsible for implementing the protocols in her building. So it's a large organization, number of buildings, implementing the protocols for COVID when folks came back in the building. The leadership gave her, here you go, here's your budget, here's the directions, here's the guidelines, implement these guidelines, and here's some equipment. Did not have enough equipment, needed more budget, and the guidelines are really difficult to implement in that building, so went to the leadership and asked, hey, here's some things I'm having, would you come visit? Emails would be days before there's responses, would not come to the building to visit. And now, obviously, the leaders had pressures too. but it created a lot of stress in that environment. So, did that organization make the best decisions for the people coming back in the building? I'm going to say no. The individual that was pushing uphill, hey, I need some help, I need it. Was it stressful for them to bring them forward? Yep. Did they ultimately get the best information they needed? No, because it never went forward. So what is the culture that you are creating in your organization? Either intentionally or unintentionally. Think about, are the right people talking to me? Am I getting the right information from them? Am I willing to change? Am I, no kidding, willing to change what I'm doing here? And am I making time? Am I making time to hear that feedback back? Think about those things and see what that will do for your culture so you can make the best decision possible. Thanks for listening. Hope you have a great week. Look forward to an opportunity to work with you. Contact me for a complimentary coaching session and see how I can help make you a more effective leader. See you next week, 8:30, Monday morning.